Hello friends, how are you? I hope your preparations are going in full swing. I'm so happy to be with you and looking forward for an engaging learning session. Just for few of you who don't know me, a bit about myself. I'm a CA, Chartered Accountant, CS, Company Secretary, ICWA, Cost and Work Accountant with All India rank. I've also qualified LLB, so a lawyer, as well as have done in-campus certification course in IIM Ahmedabad, as well as ISB Hyderabad. So broadly aware of their teaching style, their curriculum. I qualified my CACS ICW in 2007-8, and since then I've been working. So I have 20 plus years of corporate industry experience. I've been teaching since 2004, so 20 years of teaching experience. Many of my students' articles are well placed across various banks, MNCs, few in their own practices. Few of them have gone to overseas placement, etc., like Dubai, Europe, US. Even few are in the government jobs. I'm regular faculty with CACS, ICW Institute for various GMCS, MSOP, CLDP sessions. Of my industry experience, I started my career with Tata's in 2004-5, moved to Spray Engineering, a heavy engineering company in sugar space. All sugar factories in India, around 500 are their customers. From sugar, I moved to infra companies, Lloyd, Lanco, catering to primarily financial requirement, being part of the corporate finance team, various mergers, coal mine acquisition, various Indian acquisitions, worked on various boot model for road assets, like build, own, operate, and transfer, but a lot of funding requirements there. And since last 10 years, I'm associated with Bharti Airtel as Vice President Corporate Treasury. In between my career, during my stint for 5 years with Avantha Thapar Groups, I served as Chief Financial Officer for two of their businesses, starting with ITS, Information Technology business. It was primarily a large BPO, KPO with US focused clientele, primarily on the healthcare and pharma space, mortgage space, followed by their chemical business, uh, Solaris Chemtech, which is a renowned name in the Indian pharma space. So all the Indian big pharma companies take their some part of the input from Solaris Chemtech. Coming to the subject now, Advanced Financial Management Group 2. Just go there. So, I mean, this is one of my favorite subject, and as is loved by majority of the finance professional, and it directly deals with fundraising, you know, investment banking. It deals with the valuations, business की valuations कैसे होती है. अगर आपको सेल पर चाहिए, we'll discuss everything in detail. I'm just covering the initial material first. Merger and acquisitions, various aspects of M&A, foreign exchange management. अगर आपका currency में risk है, so how do you take forwards, options, IRS, value आपकी, what's the value at risk at all point of time. Cash planning आपकी, how do you do the capital budgeting, portfolio creation कैसे करते हैं उसको, analysis and portfolio management, equity research aspects, various techniques of equity research, stock valuation, investment of your surplus cash. आप म्यूचुअल फंड में डालेंगे पैसे, फिक्स डिपॉजिट में डालेंगे, किसी और इन्वेस्टमेंट में डालेंगे. I think the best thing about I like this, and the credit goes to the institute. First line of your study material start with advanced role of CFO in various matters including value creation. So net in my view, without having the advanced and sound knowledge of this subject, One will not become a good finance professional, so-called finance leader or a CFO. I'm 100% sure you will surely fall in love with the subject. Though it's not an easy subject, you have to be to be able to, passing exam may be one time activity, but to fall in love with the subject, it requires regular business, policy, market, industry, economy updates. You have to be on top of stock market, currency markets. Like for example, if I check, you guys are already half chartered accountants. What's the dollar INR rate prevailing right now? So if you'll say it's 82, 81, 83, that you have to be very crisp, because suppose, and how that you have to be very crisp. How has it moved for last 3 years? For example, in another terms, if we take what is the percentage return NSE, BSE have yielded in last 24 months? What about Infosys and Reliance? Anyhow, so it's very interesting subject. If we go more into the detail, so the book is divided into six various chapters. Section 1 is related to financial policy and corporate strategy at all levels. Then it comes broadly theory. Then it covers risk management, uh, majorly theory, but there are certain practicals when you come at value at risk, because not entire value would always be at risk. There would be certain degree of delta available. Delta means gap from the value of asset and value at risk. Advanced capital budgeting. How do I mean, you have been studying budgeting from 11 from your 11th 12th to become standards, payback period, and also there would be various advanced decision making. So it's largely practical subject, but you need to know the theory also. Followed by security analysis, fundamental and various technical analysis methods of security and equity research. Security valuation. Valuation is one of the big line of practice. CAs are valuers also. So that line of business is gaining a lot of momentum. That's in section 2, 20-30% weighted primarily on security analysis and portfolio management. Portfolio means a lot of assets, maybe as an investor, as a corporate CFO, or maybe there are various type of companies which actually their main business is to invest. So they will have to manage the various type of portfolios, and then within the portfolio evaluation, portfolio revision, various other alternate investment avenues. For example, आप real estate में भी डाल सकते हैं, gold में. There are big like Bill Gates का, the way I hear, Bill Gates owns largest chunk of real estate in USA. गोल्ड में भी लोग बहुत पैसे डाल सकते हैं, नॉट द नॉर्मल कॉर्पोरेट बट लार्ज कॉर्पोरेट. बट गोल्ड आजकल you can buy gold in the digital form also. So in terms of futures, etc., there are REITs. Without getting into real estate, you can invest there. आप indirectly hedge fund में invest कर सकते हैं. ये सारे various avenues of financial management, portfolio management will study. Coming to section 3, it's primarily regarding mutual funds and derivative and security. The three topics are going to be like portfolio analysis, security valuation is also very practical topic, but ये सारे corporate ही करते हैं. Large chunk of the corporate will be dealing in, I'll say 100% the corporate would be dealing in mutual funds. So type of mutual funds, role of fund manager, इतने सारे AMCs खुले हुए हैं. Derivatives, future forward option, nearly हर बड़ा corporate ही करेगा. Securitization, type of fundraising within India and all that stuff, various forms of securitization, risk, etc. And then coming to section 4, it's again a very important topic. Largely here the theory, the practical aspects were covered in the third section. So foreign exchange exposure and risk management, international finance, इंटरनेशनल फाइनेंशियल मैनेजमेंट. अगर आपको बाहर की मार्केट में कैसे क्या चल रहा है एंड ऑल दैट स्टफ. अगर आपका इंडिया से लेके बाहर भी, all the companies are big now. I mean, for example, Indian government companies are expanding Reliance is in multiple currency. At least आपका सेल परचेज तो होता ही है, but majority of the firms are having assets, factory overseas now. Decent sized company. India in the capital market last 3-4 years back, Indian government has also taken an initiative by opening international financial center. So बाहर के लोग यहाँ पर आकर या Indian companies, they have a different advantages from the taxation perspective as well as routing of funds perspective, and their timing is also a bit sort of onto the international standards. So the other Indian banks are also opening branches there. How do we manage international working capital that way? So this all will study, and then coming to IRS, interest rate risk management is a very very important and critical topic. Generally people ignore it. Forward option, like आपने कोई भी चीज आप फिक्स रेट में है या फ्लोटिंग रेट में है, अगर फिक्स से फ्लोट करना चाहते हैं, फ्लोट से फिक्स, अल्टीमेटली तो मैनेजमेंट, अल्टीमेटली तो यू हैव टू टेक अ कॉल, बट यू शुड नो द सब्जेक्ट. That also we'll study. Earlier we had studied security valuation. Here again we'll study the business valuation. So various type of business valuation approach. You've been studying it all around your previous education, but अब इसको दोबारा और डिटेल में पढ़ेंगे. Like asset based method क्या होता है, this is very valuation, I'll say, can be a one, like taxation में लोग practice करते हैं, valuation में भी practice होती है. वैल्यूएशन के अलग इंस्टीट्यूट है, सी इंस्टीट्यूट भी एक वैल्यूएशन का कोर्स देता है. यू कैन बिकम ए रजिस्टर्ड वैल्यूअर. सो ऑल टाइप ऑफ एसेट वैल्यूएशन, इक्विटी, एंटरप्राइज, शेयर होल्डर वैल्यू एडेड, ये सब हमने पढ़ा हुआ है पहले. डिस्ट्रेस एसेट की वैल्यूएशन कैसे करेंगे, स्टार्टअप की वैल्यूएशन, डिजिटल प्लेटफॉर्म की वैल्यूएशन. कमिंग टू फिर मर्जर एंड एक्विजिशन, दैट्स अगेन ब्रेड एंड बटर फॉर various CAs, like the conceptual part as well as practical part. Various aspects involving merger and acquisition and corporate restructuring, why, when, how these are being done, benefits, advantages, etc. Management buyout क्या होता है, leverage buyout, मेरी लाइफ में मैंने 2-3 ये भी देख लिए हैं छोटी कंपनीज में. Then the very the last section is section 6 related to startup finance. 2 to 5%, but in my opinion you will get a 5% question here, because startup nowadays are playing a crucial role in the economy. So उसमें from the pitch presentation, startup बनाने को छोड़ के बाकी सब ये आपको सिखाएंगे. Pitch presentation क्या होती है, यूनिकॉर्न किसे कहते हैं, what are the government's initiative to promote startup, funding के क्या methods हो सकते हैं, क्या तरीके हो सकते हैं. All the institute has given a list of around 100 odd unicorns जो पिछले 4-5 साल में बने हैं. So those all will discuss in detail. With my experience in the treasury, my passion for the subject, my practical exposure in this topic, I think I would be one of the best faculties for this subject. We'll follow, you will get to know a lot more videos, chapter-wise videos from me on this topic, and I think there are 15 chapters in total around. If you take कुछ चैप्टर लाइक स्टार्टअप फाइनेंस 1 दिन का 2 दिन का हो जाएगा, थ्योरी के कुछ चैप्टर 1-2 दिन में हो जाएंगे, कुछ एक चैप्टर सिक्योरिटी वैल्यूएशन, एडवांस बजटिंग 4 से 5 दिन चलेंगे. आई थिंक ओवरऑल इट्स अराउंड 60 odd days course, 1.5 hours study daily, 1.5 hour to 2 hours study daily. I'm looking forward for best of participation, best of learning. We'll follow up with live interactive sessions. The idea and the purpose or the objective would be to make you a finance professional, make you a CFO material. That too at a fast pace. जो आपको 10-15 साल over a period of time experience से आप सीखेंगे, that we can broadly cover up while your CA education preparation, CA exam preparation, so that जब आपको CA institute का membership मिले, you can straight away feel confident to be a CFO. Start a CFO से करेंगे. चलो, looking forward for the next session.